Hey guys, we're going to look at how we subtract integers today, and I think what you're going to find is very soon into the process it becomes adding integers, so I think you'll recognize this as something we've done earlier. I'm going to present this to you as something you might have seen in second grade. In second grade, you might have seen 7 minus 2. I have 7 apples. I give 2 away. How many apples do I have left? You show this on the number line by starting with 0, and you have or gain 7 apples, and then you give 2 away, which leaves you with 5 apples. What I want to present to you is that subtracting a positive 2 is the same effect as adding a negative 2. If I show you this on the number line, you're going to start at 0 again and go to 7, but then 2 is negative, so you have to go in the negative direction 2, and you end up at 5 again. So the takeaway from this slide, subtracting a positive number will have the same effect on the problem as adding a negative number. Do you remember when we talked about hot and cold cubes in class? Cold cubes are like ice cubes. They cool down the temperature of the soup. Hot cubes work the opposite. They will warm the temperature of the soup. Colder, think of negative. Warmer, think of positive. Removing a cold cube, that would be like subtracting a negative, has the same effect as adding a hot cube. So adding a positive. So they're going to have the same effect because the soup gets warmer in both instances. So if you take this problem, negative 5 minus negative 2, the minus negative 2, I'm going to have every subtraction problem changed to addition, but I don't want to change the effect on the problem. So subtracting a negative, or removing a cold cube, remember it has the same effect as adding a hot cube, so we can rewrite it to be negative 5 plus 2. Subtracting a negative has the same effect as adding a positive. And now we have an addition problem, and I can pick up that little song we learned, same signs add and keep. That's not what we have, but different signs subtract. 5 is negative, 2 is positive. If I subtract 5 and 2, I get 3. So different signs subtract. Take the sign of the larger number. 5 has the larger absolute value, and it's negative. So negative 3 is my answer. This problem is 3 minus 7, subtracting a positive 7. When you have a subtraction problem, what you have to remember is to get it to become an addition problem, change the subtraction to addition, but then change the sign right after that to whatever the opposite sign is. So I have a positive 7 there, so I'm going to rewrite this problem as an adding a negative 7. So one more time, in the first problem, subtracting a positive 7 has the same effect as the bottom problem. Subtracting a positive has the same effect as adding a negative. Change the subtraction to addition and change the sign of the number that comes right after it. Now sing your song, since it's addition and that song only works with addition. Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. I have different signs. 3 is positive, 7 is negative. I'm going to subtract those and get a 4. Take the sign of the larger number. 7 has a larger absolute value and it's negative, so my answer will be negative 4. Okay, here are a few examples. I'm going to do 4 one at a time, but you can pause this and you can work on these and then come back to the answers. I'll work them out one at a time. You'll notice the first problem is subtracting a negative 1. So I need to change my subtraction to addition, but I also have to change the sign of the number that comes right after. So it's really going to become 10 plus 1. Now 10 and 1 are both positive. Same signs add and keep. So I'm going to add 10 plus 1 to get 11, and I'm going to keep it positive. All right, the second one, negative 4 minus 8. I'm subtracting a positive 8. So I'm going to change it to addition, but then I have to remember to change 8's sign to negative. Now 4 and 8 are both negative, same signs add and keep. It's going to be 12, and the sign will be negative because I keep the sign they both already have. -5 plus -3, okay, there's a little trick because the addition sign has already been changed. It's already positive. So I'm going to say -5 plus -3. I get to sing my song. Same signs, add and keep. So add them and get 8. Keep them, which will be -8 for your final answer. And the last one, 6 minus 9. I'm going to change the subtraction to addition, and whatever 9's sign is has to change. And since it's positive, it's going to change to a negative. Now 6 is positive, 9 is negative. Different sign, subtract. I'm going to get some kind of 3. The sign that goes with the 3 goes with which number had the larger absolute value, and it was 9. And since it was negative, your answer is negative. Alright guys, you can find extra help online, a lot of different resources. If you need to come see me, please do, but you got to make sure you know how to do this. Bye-bye.